Greetings, fellow humans, and this is 2020, and I am not Pauper Pro Walters. I am your furry JD Estrada, Puerto Rican indie author, currently residing in Atlanta, in the state of Georgia, in winter. And being Puerto Rican, I don't think I'll ever get used to winters here, but still, I am an indie author. This is my channel. Welcome. So it's not to land in the cliche about new year, so let's do a new year and resolutions and goals video and stuff like that. It's just getting back in the habit. Anyone who follows me on social media or knows me personally or as an author, 2019 was a rough year. Um, Mom passed away in June. Work was work. For the first time I got the flu. By the way, I thought I had gotten the flu before. No, 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 no. I clearly had not gotten the flu because in November of last year, I it was brutal. It was brutal. So no, I had never gotten the flu, and I got the flu, but I try to practice good hygiene and stuff like that. But when everyone's sick and coughing and not covering their mouths, plus you go to amusement parks and whatnot, stuff happens. Anyways, by the way, I'm having Galvanina's organic fruit Italian sparkling fruit beverage. It's USDA organic. It's still soda. It's not good for you. So, mind you. It's blood orange, black carrot, and blueberry. And if you're curious about this, check out my Instagram page. I do random food reviews every Tuesday. And I'll do a video explaining what I do on a day-by-day basis, just for anyone who's curious. By the way, I am the author of Given to Fly, and I am the author of 14 other books that are available on Amazon. Links are down below, but we'll get to more of that soon. So yeah, the cliche is to do new year, new me, and stuff like that. But it is a new year. 2019 hit like a ton of bricks, but still, still walking, still kicking. So hey, why not make the most of it? Now that things have settled down a bit, in certain aspects, in other aspects they're pretty out there. But life happens, and you can't stop enjoying and doing what you love and pursuing things just because things are difficult. Things are always going to be difficult, and you have to, go for it. I did want to do like a recap, or more than a recap. So what am I going to do this year? I'm going to give more love to this channel, because it's fun, and it's something that I didn't have much time to do last year. I could have done better, but you can always do better in everything. So, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. Since this is also a BookTube channel, it's BookTube, AuthorTube, and me channel. I'm gonna talk about a bit of what I'm gonna do this year. As a reader, the goal is 44 books, keeping it chill, keeping it simple. If I get more than 44 books in, that is fantastic. But very important for me is to read for the enjoyment of reading. For a long time, not for a long time, for a hot minute, that competitive nature of I have to read more because I have to read more. It happens. And it actually did kick in at the end of last year. It's like, oh, so long ago. Last week. Or actually this week. Where I wanted to finish the reading challenge. I was behind, and then I went to the library. I picked up a bunch of poetry books. I picked up graphic novels. I did whatever I had to do to get to my 44 books. And I got to my 44 books. I want to be more selective with what I read in those 44 or more books. But yeah, that is the goal, 44. I review everything I read, so if you don't believe me, check out my Goodreads. The link is also down below. All my links are down below. But yeah, I do want to get to talking about a lot of things. some writing tips, some author tips, some event tips, some publishing tips, because people ask me a lot, and it's not like I'm an expert or anything, but I've done something. So at least I have an idea of how to get things done. I'm not saying it's the best way, but I am saying it is a way, because I have been published, and I have had a certain level of success. I'm not gonna say, you know, to me the measure of success is if I could make this sustainable and I could live off this. I'm very far away from that, but I still enjoyed. And I had some pleasant surprises from last year, and I do want to talk more about that. To give some sort of accountability, I'm actually doing a blog post. Every year I do a blog post giving myself a report card for how I performed the year prior. And I also do, immediately after that, I do a blog post with what I'm focusing on for this year. And the plans that I had for 2019 went way the hell out the window, because life happened, and so did death, and other things. And it's okay if your plans don't come across, don't get fulfilled the way that you wanted to. And I think that's one of my main messages. Stuff happens. Life continues. But in terms of goals that I have, I'm being more concentrated on concrete goals and having less goals, and having a nice chunky wish list after I get those goals done. So as an indie author, a Puerto Rican indie author, what are my goals? First off is to finish off the trilogy, the Human Cycle series, with book 3. Book 3 will be coming out for the Puerto Rico Comic Con, which is Memorial Day weekend in Puerto Rico. If you're in the neighborhood, by all means, swing on by, grab a copy, or grab all 3. I look forward to seeing how I finish it, because I am a bit more than halfway done. I'm getting momentum. I'm back into writing, which it took me a while to get back on, and I'll also be talking about that. But yeah, it's very important for me to that is the goal. Second goal is to finish the second volume of the Daydreams on the Sherbet Shore. The first volume is cute, is quirky, but I was getting my bearings over what I wanted to do with that project. I got my bearings. I figured out what the project is to me and what it means to me, and I do think that there's a big step up in quality all around in the second volume. The short stories are a lot longer. They're a lot more fleshed out. The characters are a lot more vivid, I would say. And I don't know. I just think it has a better payoff. You'll be the judge. For this channel, plans that I have is, okay, let's upload videos twice a week. I'm committing to that. I'm not committing to a day. Actually, are there days that it's better for you to watch? Or are you like me and you put something on a list and eventually watch it when you can? Because that's the way that I do it. If you've been to this channel, you know that there are coughs involved. Anyways, I do plan on uploading all my Double O Bananas videos on this channel and the Double O Bananas list. If you do not know what Double O Bananas is, go to Instagram and hashtag Double O Bananas. I hope it pleasantly surprises you, the quirky stuff that I come up with. I do have a couple things planned. I want to do it a bit more fleshed out, but keeping it in the 1 minute or less format to put it on Instagram, I think it's cool. I'll actually also do a video that I'm doing a long list of videos that I want to do, and I will tackle them one by one, because why not? So yeah, and just get it back into the flow of things. Talk about my experience as a booktuber, as a Puerto Rican booktuber, as a Puerto Rican in general. Some people have had a lot of questions in terms of what's going on in the island. I want to give my perspective. I am by no means an expert. I am a dude. I am a dude that left his wonderful island in pursuit of more things. And some people have asked me why. Enough for me to consider doing a video about it, so why not? Um, what else? I do have planned several type of videos, a lot of chatty videos, and a lot of talking about different things. In case you can't get enough of me, I also review music on the Go Indie Now channel. Cheers to Joe Compton and company. It's a wonderful group of people. Every month we review stuff. We talk indie stuff, and to me it's important to balance things out. Um, it's good to read classics. It's good to read what's popular, but it's also good to read indie, not just because I'm an indie, but because I've been pleasantly surprised on several occasions. Um, Seriously, some of the best books that I read last year were indie, or ones that actually got helped me get back in the flow of reading or writing poetry or stuff like that. I think there's a lot of value in the indie community in all its forms, be it in film and movie and in writing. I think it offers a fresh perspective. I think big publishers could learn a thing or two. In other things, they're super solid, but in terms of fresh storylines and not the same old tropes, and what sells, it would be good to broaden your horizons, and I'm always up for broadening horizons in as many ways as possible. So yeah, and also I like to keep this chatty and conversational and fun and nice and relaxed. I don't. I want to put a little bit more polish, but not too much, because the idea of this channel is that if you go to a book event where I'm at, what you see in this video in these videos is pretty much what you're gonna get in person. Maybe a couple of surprises or whatnot. Um, but yeah, people have asked me about live events, about going to conventions and stuff like that, and I do have opinions. And I think it could help someone. So why the hell not do it? I'm also going to be talking about certain efforts that I did last year. Last year was not a bust in general. It was very challenging because life kept it that way. But there were some really lovely surprises, and you can't just focus on the bad. It's easy because negative things and bad experiences have a lot of weight and gravity to them, and they pull you towards them. But um, you can't get stuck in that, or at least I don't think you should get stuck in that, because man, then everything drags. So, recapping, I'm going to read 44 books. I'm going to publish at least 2 books and probably more. I'm going to talk about my experience as an indie in Puerto Rico and stateside. I It's a limited experience, and I do hope to expand on it in certain other things that I've been meaning to do. And 2020 seems like a good year to do it. I will be posting twice a week in this channel. That is the goal. That means 104 videos. I do have a backlog of reviews and other stuff, which I might use those to give myself a little help in terms of posting. If you have any ideas on best days to post, by all means, suggest a way. And you're gonna see a whole lot of banana videos. I might count those to the weekly postings if I'm feeling competitive and I want to get to the 104. I don't know. But yeah, the idea is to be a bit more present, connect a bit more. I'm in Atlanta, and I know I want to get to know more authors and readers in Atlanta. So by all means, touch base and let's chat it up. So, if you like this video and you like this scruffy presentation, there is a button below here that says subscribe, and by all means subscribe. And if you want to chat it up, use that sexy comment section down below, because that's what it's for. If you want to support my writer journey, you can go to Amazon. That's the most convenient place to buy my books. If you would like to purchase an Estrada crate, I actually repurpose boxes and send people my books. Right now, I'm still limited to it being stateside. If you're international and it's pricey, and we can go halfsies, but give me options, because shipping is $30 and upwards of that, and that's a challenge. If you have a better way to ship internationally, by all means, let me know. And if you have any questions to me, as a 39-year-old who's going to be 40 in August, as a Puerto Rican indie author, as an indie author, as a Puerto Rican who left his beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous home of Puerto Rico to live stateside in pursuit of something else, or anything else you can think of, by all means. I'm always here to try to have a positive impact, to try to help as many people as possible. Life gets busy. If I don't respond to something, which is odd, give me a follow-up. That's the only thing I'll when it comes to comments, I do respond to all comments. That observation is mainly due to emails, because I get swamped with emails, and then eventually I lose track of that. But if you have my email, that means that we've connected in other ways. So by all means, if I don't respond to an email, write me another way, and I will promise to work hard to respond quickly to your emails. Anywho, this was chatty, this was waffly, this was not sponsored by Waffle House, but it could have. So by all means, eat waffles, be merry, and peace, love, and maki rolls.